35 now. I can do these long things now because I can do whatever I want now. It doesn't really matter. So I guess we got a bunch of drama, Mutahar drama. Probably going to defend him. You know he doesn't deserve it.
Sweep. All you do is sweep.
Yeah, oh yeah. That's it too.
Get the brooms out, everybody.
Then there's some other stuff going on. There's some other kind of funny stuff going on. More of a show that I'd rather do. But there is the, Hasan Destiny, Hasan Destiny. You know what I noticed? Whenever H3 gets a thing going, like a content nuke, this is going to be like this for months, I think. The whole drama scene is going to be like this. Yeah. Because he doesn't know when to throw in the fucking towel.
No. It's just going to add.
No, I mean, if the Keemstar thing is any indication, then that's it. Yeah. So, should we go? What's our goal today? Should we show some leg for you?
I mean, I can show off my Scooby-Doo Crocs.
There it is. Genies. That is kind of weird, though. You have socks in there?
I'm not going to show off the Crocs, not my feet. That's why I said Crocs. I'll show you my Crocs.
Well, I'm saying I didn't put it up there.
About my feet being in there.
I didn't know. What I know? It's like your what goes in Crocs? Feet. I was like, I don't know if that's a good idea. I'm definitely going to take some shit for that one. Oh, Jesus. Let's get it started. Ow!
You didn't even set the goal.
The clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me
speed, so there you go.
Oh, just let me out. That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me out. Oh, just let me out. That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me out. Fuck all that shit, just let me go.
Yeah, Brian, see live from the heart of your this is badass of your broadcast. Get all the no, ladies and gentlemen. I'm coming to you. Stop the point. Genie, Queeman's fuming right now. Queeman's fuming because he's never going to touch anybody's feet. Only his own. Or the semen that drips on it after he's whacking off. That's why he's fuming, chat. God damn. So we got what we got Mutahar.
We got a packed show, yeah.
I know I'll get on show, but I don't really give a shit one way or another. You know what? Speaking of Queen and something's funny, I haven't heard it, but Verse told me about this clip that he went. I guess he did my funeral or something along those lines. And I get to the point where I say, look, I'm done with this. I'm just going to go back to the real world. And apparently, I want to hear it. So if Verse is out there, you're more than welcome to bring in it. He actually says, it's never going to work. I'm going to paraphrase because I don't know exactly what he said. I've tried it before. Okay, it doesn't work. I've tried to socialize before. I've tried. It doesn't. I can't do it, so nobody else can. I gotta hear that. Verse has got to bring that in here. You believe it? I haven't heard it, but if Verse is ever around, I'll play it. Oh no, it's like I've tried it. Like this is the only thing I could ever do. I lived 39 years before I earned a dime on YouTube. Like, how did I survive?
You just can't do it, Tommy.
No, I can't do it. I can't have friends.
Socialize.
I can't have friends. No. Friends last night.
You're stuck here forever.
Stuck here forever. It can't be done. He can't. He didn't say it.
If you can't do it, no one can.
You know what? Verse, you're a liar. He didn't say it. How about that? I got to hear that. That's fucking funny.
I'm actually going to look for it then. So.
I heard it's a long fucking stream. Verse told me he said a bunch of crazy fucking shit that he knows I won't watch, so he just like went overboard. That's too funny. But yeah, I would like if anybody finds that, I'll play it during the show. Sure, I've done it. I've tried. It can't be done. Women can't be done. Normal relations can't be done. And the only thing you can do in this life is YouTube. All right, so this starts off 4 months ago. Mutahar made a video saying Twitch is a disgustingly evil platform. So let's start here. Watch some of it until I throw up.
Hello guys and gals, me Mutahar, and today's video is going to be a bit of a heavy subject matter. So before we jump in completely, obviously with the title, you obviously know something is pretty wild at Twitch. Now, this is in regards to serious world-shattering events that, again, I'm not an expert in, so I'm going to kind of tread lightly in this situation, explain and discuss things that I reasonably can. But if you want to dive away from heavy stuff...
By the way, I didn't order any more vape. Verst also told me that they did a study. Vape's actually worse than smoking because of availability. Because you only have a cigarette like every hour. And yeah, so this is it with the vape. I'm gonna have to go back to cum. There's no way around it because it's just like it's like a complete wash, you know. So freaking. He's an American citizen, can't do that.
And you want to stick to something a little bit more, you know, lighthearted, then, you know, tomorrow I'm probably going to be releasing another deep web video, so get excited for that one.
Yeah!
Wild websites. And if you want to, you know, look at things like LSD Dream Emulator, maybe some more creepypasta stuff, because I'm going back to that. This week is probably going to be a fun week for some of you guys watching Some Ordinary Gamers. A lot of callback to older content that I did and I want to be doing going forward. But this is one of those videos where I've seen it mentioned on the actual Reddit. So if you know that we have the Some Ordinary Gamer subreddit, and one of the top posts was, you know, stuff about Asmongold the last couple days. So, you know, these were pretty highly...
4 months ago when Asmongold got kicked.
...viewed posts on my subreddit, and they were ones where it kind of dominated the entire community for a little bit. So obviously, it's one of those things where I kind of want to...
October was 4 months ago. Holy shit.
To jump into it because the rabbit hole that I've went down has shown me just how wild and insane Twitch, if not the entire internet, is effectively becoming. So to give you an idea, Asmongold a couple days ago made some rather inflammatory statements that got his account banned for 14 days. Now, the statements in particular I'm going to play, and obviously I just want to preface, Zach Asmongold has pretty much walked these things back and, you know, has apologized for it, but to show you exactly...
Which he clearly didn't mean with this content in the coming months.
What triggered a entire giant domino effect on Twitch. We're going to play this clip right here and kind of touch upon it briefly.
If you want to consider a genocide as a systematic killing of a group of people, they have genocide built into Sharia law right now. So no, I'm not going to cry a river when people who have genocide that's baked into their laws are getting genocided. I don't give a They're terrible people. It's not even a question.
So to cut the whole clip off over here real quick, obviously this kind of inflamed individuals because Zach was referring to Muslims, specifically from what I understand Palestinians at the time, when asked to talk about a conflict.
I assumed he's talking about Hamas and the people that support radical Islam. I never could. I guess you could definitely take it to the like, you know, yeah. I think he meant the Palestinian children. The
conflict like this.
That's now, the way I took it. I can say whatever I want now.
Obviously, you know, Zach was one of those people that said, weird as fuck to see many people coming out with statements about this conflict as if they need to comment on it. Can we stop this weird culture around expecting people with no relevant backgrounds or educations to talk about world events / politics? And I actually agree 100% on that. It's one of the reasons why I don't really go into these.
It's also a great way, Mutahar, to silence people. Well, you're not approved by so-and-so. You're not as well educated as Hasan, so therefore you can't speak. You know, the idea that you have to be an expert in something to speak out on it is like, it kind of goes against free speech in general, don't it?
Topics.
I don't buy that. Now, you could take the individual statement and say this is wrong, this is right, but anything beyond that is a like shut up because you don't know. It just seems like a roundabout appeal to authority fallacy. You know, he's allowed to say what he wants. If it's incorrect or like crass, it's still protected.
Because I'm a fat Indian guy whose background is computer science and cybersecurity. That's all I know, okay? That's where I come down to. It's either that or playing video games. I'm not a global expert on anything, which is why I really don't talk about these situations. So obviously Asmongold walked it back.
He's a pretty religious Muslim, according to his wife. You know that? I don't think anybody knows that about him.
I did not know that.
Like what she told me, I thought he was like a Muslim, like I was a Catholic, but apparently that is not the case.
Apologized and said, "My bad. Of course, no one deserves to have their life destroyed, even if they do things or have views I find regressive." So in this situation, one could, if they were to extend the charitability, could say that Asmongold was probably referring to extremists in the Islamic religion.
That's what.
And their view on people in the LGBTQ camp, all right? As you all know, religious fundamentalists, whether you're in Islam or any religion, probably don't take too kindly to people that are gay. And that's
But which ones of them throw them off roofs?
probably what Asmongold was
When was the last Christian that did a gay toss?
going for. Now, obviously, his idea of conflating this was probably not the smartest way to handle the situation.
Probably not.
And that's
Considering you lost all those sponsorships, yeah, you're right.
pretty much how the situation ended up going. Now, he earned himself a 14-day ban, and what this did was basically show people that, hey, listen, this is wild stuff being said. This is some insane shit going on Twitch. But down the road on Twitch, there were plenty of other commentators known as Hasan Piker, and a few people in the politics sphere that basically showed that there is kind of a double standard in how Twitch enforces its actual, TOS. So a couple, days ago, if not a day ago, it turned out that Twitch was apparently banning accounts from Israel from actually signing up. When making an account from Israel on Twitch, it apparently ended up being where Twitch provided one error into its site code where it said, "Oops, we encountered an unexpected error." 2023 was the error code, and the code was blocked country IP. So it apparently ended up being addressed by Twitch. This was brought forward by Destiny and his co-host on his podcast, where they basically said, we wanted to address concerns
At this point, Destiny had about a month to go.
we've seen about whether we're preventing Twitch account signups in some regions. When signing up for a Twitch account, you can select an account verification method, email or phone, for added protection. Following the October 7, 2023 attacks, we temporarily disabled signups with email verification in Israel and Palestine. Now, obviously,
Winter Gaming, that's technically a lot. They didn't ban all of Israel's accounts. They just banned new Israel accounts from making. Yeah, so that's stuff they could get around the fact that they banned Israeli accounts to begin with. Because if some Israeli had a following, just up and lost their thing, I would even suspicious. But if they came, it's really a shadow ban in a sense.
Wild stuff indeed. But why did they do it? We did this to prevent uploads of graphic
Celebrities mentioned Anne Frank and Dan Clancy.
material related to the attack and to protect the safety of users. It's interesting how the site specifically picked this geolocated region in specific, especially when this wasn't enacted during Ukraine and Russia, or really any country that is still currently actively at war right now as we speak, okay? But anyways, to go further in, signups were not disabled, and we continue to see signups from both regions. Users could choose to sign up with phone verification. We've learned that inadvertently, we did not re-enable email verification signups for either region. Now, they've been community noted where they said even signups were impossible when using a phone number. So we deeply regret this unacceptable miss and the confusion it has caused. We fixed this issue, meaning all affected
Well, you got fixed it when you got caught.
users can sign up with email verification. We've also heard concerns about whether our community guidelines apply to all content on our service, and we continue to enforce our rules as consistently as possible and are actively reviewing content and taking enforcement action whenever needed. Now, this last paragraph might be the biggest fucking sack of shit I have ever read from a company like this in my entire time on the internet. But to give you an idea, this was not like a VPN block or something of that nature. This was actual written into code, a geo-block of an entire region. So why would Twitch decide to ban Israel of all countries, especially after all of this has happened, from producing accounts and signing up to their service? It just doesn't make any sense. Well, since then, a fair amount of clips...
You know what also doesn't make any sense? All the Muslims that don't live in, that live in Israel I just got blocked too.
Have come out that have addressed some individuals.
There are Muslims that get up and go to work every day and don't bother anybody in Israel. They do exist.
On Twitch, promoting some rather wild thoughts. So we're going to go down the clip rampage and just go through some of the wildest shit people have been digging out from Twitch. Now, CEO Dan Clancy comes out and says, we just posted an...
I'm starting, like, that pictures really gets on my nerves every time I see it, because it's clearly from the 80s or 90s, right? And it's him with that, and I think, like, that's probably how he sees himself.
Well, that, and if you look at us, and then with Wikipedia, page 1 that's in the description, it's still him looking relatively younger.
Oh, really? And
well, if you look at the MUTAHAR'S video,
young girls too.
Yeah.
Let's see.
No, it's the See, look at that one.
He's got 40-something there.
Yeah, but it's not like it's still like not that long ass hair shit that he's doing now. Yeah. Weird.
Funny stuff. It's okay to get old, man.
An explanation of what happened. We're very sorry about the oversight. It only came to our attention today. As mentioned in the tweet, it did not affect people using mobile phone verification. Now, what's really interesting about this whole situation is when somebody like Dan Clancy says, oh, wow, we just found it out now. There was actually a small movement known as Baluat Twitch from actual like Israeli content creators where they actually brought the situation up. They dug into the inspect element, they dug into the console for their web browser, and right over here it said it gave the same thing, error 2023, blocked country IP. So when people started to email them around, right, Twitch support was like, hey, I'm really sorry that you're having issues creating an account. We reviewed your case thoroughly and confirmed. Unfortunately, you are not eligible to create a Twitch account. So nowhere did they say use a cell phone number, not an email.
All right. So this is all old news. I want to get to say, I guess you guys, so this is 4 months ago.
This is Frogan coming at you with the dumbest shit that I've heard in a while.
I have no pity at all for any soldiers. Distress, thank you so much. I will never have any pity for any soldier.
All right, I've had enough of her too. So this is bizarre. Ida's probably abusive OnlyFans lives, and Issa left him. He would lack the will to live. Ian is a soulless husk of a man. Yeah, we'll get into him later. So this is bizarre. That video's months ago. All of a sudden, I guess MUTAHAR'S back in your only vid on Gaza.
Yeah, he's returned to Twitter.
As if he's obligated to make one. You admit not knowing about politics. And this is the shut up, everyone. I'm telling you. Try to cover for Israel-Palestine as drama slop centrist audience. Defend Asmongold for inferior culture. He didn't really defend them at all. Did he? I didn't get the feeling he defended him. He just reported it. Then attacked pro-Palestinian voices. So I guess you just wanted an ad revenue then. And this is from... So I guess, all right, well, maybe Muta posted something and then... Oh, this is how it started. Oh, no, that's him replying.
No, keep going.
No, keep going. Like, what kicked this off?
No, go up one. No, go up one.
Oh, I get watches other people's videos really good at, but then try vetting the slander out. All right, so MUTAHAR'S getting be funny. I did talk to Nick. He's like, I could see MUTAHAR deleting that video. I could too, I'll be honest with you. I get watching other people's videos is all you're really good at, but that's all I'm good at too. How dare you? But try vetting out the slander before promoting Hasan the Hun. I've never defended or backed Israeli genocide innocent Gazans. Never will I ever.
And then click the picture.
YouTubers that backs. I wish I was on that list. Yeah. Turkey Tom?
YouTubers back to genocide. Yeah, Turkey Tom. We got Destiny, and then
Turkey Tom. What did Turkey Tom do? Turkey Tom hates Jews. I'm kidding.
But he's affiliated with Destiny.
Oh yeah, it's the shoehorning. It's the what do they call it? It's like they're trying to do this a doc on the radio. I saw too. Like I could start saying whatever the fuck I want. I don't know when I heard about it. It could have been up to a year ago, but I do remember asking somebody if what happened doc on the radio, and that somebody, and I honestly don't remember, and I don't want to because somebody told me, don't say it was me. Somebody told me that he went to go to doctor school or something. And I was like, you get off of YouTube. You get away from Augie. Get away from Augie and study. So that's what I thought. And then I was told by this person that he heard that Doc was talking to a 13-year-old girl when he's 17. That he heard. Now I'm hearing that everybody, and this is what I'm talking about getting on the list, everybody that knew was somehow tolerant of his behavior. Well, I was told, go fuck yourself. I have no idea if it was true. And you know what I said? Same thing as I've been said. I did this before you were on the team. I'm almost 90% sure, by the way. And I was told, and I said, wow, I wonder if that's true or not. And I thought to myself, I'm not a cop, and I've been trying to get that away from that kind of content again, over and over. So apparently this thing popped Friday. Doc is gone. There's nothing to be done, and nothing I imagine anybody else that heard the rumor could do. But the shoehorning effect is in to try to discredit everybody. So yeah, put me on the list. I heard about it too. Go fuck yourself. And then YouTubers are back genocide. God, I actually want to get on these lists. How about this? It's not genocide. It's a war action. That's within the Geneva Conventions. I don't really piss them off, huh? Yeah, it's a war action, and it still follows the Geneva to a T. I'm just going to start saying shit to piss people off. I hope Israel wins the war and Hamas is eliminated so the Palestinians can live in peace. Ha ha! Ha ha! Go cancel my sponsors. I got none. There you go. There you go.
But you do you.
What's that? You got to go to school. You don't got to fight with me.
Well, no, you said so the Palestinians can live in peace.
Yeah, I do. I think I meant that. If Hamas is eliminated, I think there would be a better chance of peace for them. I absolutely believe that. I don't want to see people get fucking killed over there any more than I want to see them get killed in Burma or anywhere else. But yeah.
No, the left's not taking. The left's not taking me away from Tommy. Don't worry.
The left's taking Jeannie away from me. No, she's not. That's not.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry.
I mean, I also don't know who Jean A is.
Teddy donated $5. Every time I see a genocide happening, I just smile and do my happy dance.
Yeah. Doesn't matter where it is. You're not like racist, Teddy, right? There you go. No, I could give a fuck if I get tied up with that. I don't give a rat's ass. I hope they win. I hope civilization wins. I always root for civilization. And Hasan being a communist and a terrorist defender is anti-civilization. Hasan and Mutahar going out on the timeline. Muta made a return to Twitter by calling Noah Seesman Hasan for slandering him. So that's what got it going. The drama slot, centrist, blah, blah, blah. So I guess him and Hasan went back and forth at each other. Mm-hmm. Yes, I do. I not being an expert on the topic. I don't cover it as a drama since it isn't one. Serious situations with dead people and attacks are happening every day. I don't downplay rapes and sugarcoat violent organizations like you. I don't have a problem with what he said here. That's exactly what happened. I also don't defend Asmongold in the vid. I don't. He didn't. He just reported.
Teddy donated $5. Yeah. No, it's not a race thing. I'm used in it for the genocide. I'm a simple man.
Yeah, you're a simple man with simple pleasures. You sick fuck. Yes. Yeah, like none of this is. I didn't hear him defending it at all. So it's just what's his name lying. Oh, so he's defending him. He's defending these guys. I get it. Let's get Hasan also accused of Mutahar of farming vicious racism by returning to Twitter. Muta is a particularly insane case because he's a victim of right-wing mobs. They hate you more than they hate me. He is not a victim of night rumor. He's a victim of his own mouth contradicting himself and lying to a left-wing creator. Yup. And on further inspection, it was found out that he had been particularly honest on some other issues as well, including with yours truly. So that's why he didn't get canceled. He's still killing it. He's just not in commentary land anymore. That's it. That's it. There's no truth to that. Muta particularly insane because he's a victim of the same right-wing mobs that often farm his videos. He literally left Twitter because of vicious racism. Oh, maybe he's talking about Twitter. I don't know if he left. I thought he got Twitter because he got sick of it, right? Or did he get sick of being calling it?
I thought it was like an amalgamation of stuff.
That's what I thought it was.
Yeah, the whole like dirty Indian thing, and then just like sick of seeing a bunch of like the porn shit on Twitter.
And here he's back again. It's only to farm more. Motherfucker, you went to Hajj. They hate him more than they hate me. I don't hate him. I don't think anybody else does either. I think people have a real freaking problem about him being really the worst thing that Mutahar does is he's on the fence about everything. He's whatever YouTube wants him to be. And that usually is what'll get you, that'll put you in a box and get you canceled ASAP. He wasn't chased. I don't think he even brought that up when he left the commentary community. I don't think he did that at all. I think he, just said commentary's crap and bounced. Muta responds to Hasan is the most Muslim cosplayer ever seen. I always saw, also one final rule in the whole thing. I don't understand you bring up my Hajj as being the most Muslim cosplayer I've ever seen. I made tons of videos criticizing right-wing stupidity. Who's claiming I want to be loved by neo-Nazis? I also don't like your kind either. You see, to me, that's not even on the fence. Like, it's just that somebody just is irritated by extremists. Yeah, I was told that he's a pretty religious guy. Like, I don't know anybody in this community that would hate him for that. I mean, maybe some of you people in chat, but you guys aren't my problem. Hasan responds, your commentary evolved around how evil pro-Palestine streamers were from your clips and snark edicts. But he actually showed the clips when they were being evil. I guess that would have been what's-her-face, right? It's pretty evil.
U.S. military? Boo f***ing who? I hope you get PTSD.
Bingo. So he was right. Bingo. That doesn't seem very loving to me. Unless she's beyond criticism. Yeah. Unless she's beyond. I mean, she doesn't look like an evil witch that wishes terrible things on people. I wonder if that guy put Muta in the thumbnail of that video because he's an easy target now, and he's not liked by a lot of different sides. But I'm not going to sit there and say he did something he didn't do, even if he did me dirty. It's not happening. He did it or he didn't. Muta claps back. Almost if the bulk of my commentary matches what the video is titled and centered about. Twitch allowing violent content and unfiltered rhetoric from your camp. He stuck to it. The only thing is, I was talking to Nick. It's like he could turn around and just tap out on this at any time. And I think that's a fair criticism. I think it's absolutely a fair criticism of Muta. But I'm not going to sit there and say he's wrong. I think he's right on. I think so, whatever that's worth. He didn't like being put in the camp of being a genocide promoter. I think the side that's losing is genocidal. That's what I think. Ooh. JFA commentary is dying, so yes. What are you talking about? So I guess we covered all of that. Let's see. This is his latest fit.
And yes, in terms of Mutahar, he's an interesting person because I used to talk to him all the time. I used to get help from him on Steam Deck related stuff. And then he started orbiting Destiny around the same time that Destiny was becoming super pro Israel, and he noticeably was quiet on this issue. You know, he had more tweets.
He's not obligated to talk about fucking anything.
He's about this, not sure what he meant.
It's either you're obligated to talk about something or you have to shut up from these people. There's no in between. Shut up or you have to speak out. Anybody seeing a pattern here?
Meant by your kind, though, maybe you know. Yeah, like you are not pro free speech. You're not an honest person, and all you care about either in this situation, all you care about is either making money. Okay,
said the guy who lives in a mansion.
All you care about is either making money and farming this as like angling this in the least contentious way possible.
He fucking made that video 4 months ago. He complained publicly about being made a genocide promoter, and you took exception to it. Who's trying to make money off the backs of dead people more than you? I can't think of one.
And make money off the backs of people fucking dying, babies.
You are. You would have nothing. You were dying until this thing happened.
Getting murdered every single day by Israel. It's either something that you're not genuinely interested in, or B, it's worse, you actually do like Israel, but you're too ashamed to admit it. And I don't think he likes Israel and he's too ashamed to admit it. I think he's just like not very knowledgeable and you know, wanted to make...
Or he has a more nuanced take and it's not on one side or the other. It's a little left and it's a little right and a little in between, like 90% of the planet. But, you know, this jackass is like, oh, you have to be extremist or else.
Make a statement about it, but take a very centrist position. And because he can't say something directly about Israel or Gaza, because then everyone's going to eat his ass alive.
Oh, they've ate his ass alive already. He got his ass eaten alive because he's fucking on every fence.
All he does is go after people who do demonstrate the courage to talk about these issues.
There's nothing courageous about what you're doing. You're just promoting. What's courageous about promoting a terrorist organization? And putting a nice little spin. You know, there's a reason that people are being slaughtered over there. And it's not because it just bombs fell out of the sky for no reason. There was an action-reaction situation. And you can go on about, I'm not going to get into this, as far as like how much or how little or whatever. I'll let the ones that know better, like Hasan. The guy who got his Rutgers degree and then went on to work for his cousin pretending he was a fucking dude bro. God, this guy, Bean's friend must be so annoying. I don't know. Yeah, I know.
Having said that, part of the reason why he came back was to unironically, you know, play the role of one of the good ones. That's what's so crazy about.
No, he came back to. Let's see what Hassan's talking about here. I'm just gonna call him Saddam. Saddam, fuck it. I'm gonna really. He came back because he's pissed off about this. I guess what's your argument? What's your argument, Saddam? What's your argument, Saddam? That he should be okay with this? Oh, you posted it. God, if anything, you're helping him out.
About it. Like he will act like he will say, I don't have a political opinion, but then also turn around and demonstrate a political opinion that, of course, is trying to position himself as like a centrist person. Okay?
I'm not crazy about centrists either. I don't. It's like, you know, you stay in the middle of the wrong long enough, you get run over. But I gotta say, like, there you could be a Muslim and like, oh God, I hate what happened on October 7th. I wish people would stop, you know, like that's the whole thing when Trump said, I want people to stop dying. And that in itself has become controversial. You know what that's controversial for? Crazy people.
As a centrist person, angling it from the perspective of drama.
Yeah, why are you mad that they called you a genocide supporter? Why? Can't imagine. All I'm getting from Hasan here is you need to take it.
To which he also responded, by the way, in your video on Gaza. He said, yes, I do admit to not being an expert on the topic. Didn't cover it as drama.
Damn, you won. You won. As if he can't have an opinion. This guy's a Nazi. He's a stone Nazi. That's right. Saddam Hassan over here.
Since it isn't one serious situation with dead people and attacks happening every day, I just don't downplay rapes and sugarcoat violent organizations like you.
Like you!
Also didn't defend Asmon in vid.
No, he didn't.
Now,
notice, we watched the video. I bet he's not going to go back and show that he did defend Asmon. You know why? Because I don't think he did it. I didn't hear it. It didn't.
What's interesting about that response is it basically demonstrates the exact thing that I'm talking about.
What's that?
It also is a lie. He did cover it as simply drama. Because I responded back to him saying, I didn't cover it as drama with this tweet.
Yeah, he's floundering now.
Okay. Yeah, I don't do this, and then ends up doing it. I responded with,
all you got to do is watch the video. It's all you got to do. But you talk to stupid people that'll just say, all you have to say is, he did, and they'll believe it.
A year into a genocide here, this was your only video on the topic. It downplayed and ran defense for Asmon's takes, while the bulk of your commentary...
And he said it didn't, and you couldn't show otherwise.
Revolved around how evil the pro-Palestinian streamers were from clips you compiled off Snark subreddits. 990,000 views, though.
I tell you, are you getting sick of that? If you get it from the wrong source, if you take this particular video and you somehow take it from a Tommy C. Snark Reddit, I can turn around and say it's illegitimate, even though I said it, even though I did it. That's ridiculous. It's beyond stupid.
Israel.
Like, you imagine saying that, like Fox News comes out and says the sky's blue, and then you turn around, well, you got that from Fox News. I've seen people do stuff like this.
It's time for much.
The other thing I'm seeing the left do, right-wing guys do this too, by the way. The other thing left to do is when they're questioned, that's so stupid. That's so dumb. Oh my God, you're such a retard. That's dumb. And they never address why it's retarded. And it usually ends up, well, you got it from this source. Both sides do that, by the way. But every time I turn to the left, that's ridiculous. That's so stupid. And, a lot of influencers get a lot of stupid comments and what have you. But it does seem to be, after a while, it seems to be a shield. You get a legitimate question for some statement you put out, and you just respond to it by saying it's dumb and don't explain yourself. That sounds like you're copping out to me.
Frame in my coverage on Israel-Palestine, I haven't really
what? Oh, sorry.
Hyper focused on like a bunch of these drama slob tubers. I think Bad Empanada has done a decent job.
By the way, Bad Empanada. That's the guy he was the one that said that Ethan's kids were eating dog shit in the floor, right? I have seen, although I don't know if there's anybody confirmed, this guy, Bad Empanada, he's an Australian. He lives in Argentina. I've been told he comes from an extremely rich family in Australia. And he is the smear guy. He runs around and just lies about people. I have seen the most incredible stuff about Bad Empanada. And I'm pretty sure you're hearing it. You're going to see some stuff soon, too. Real soon. From a big, giant creator. This guy is a psychopath among psychopaths. And this is also the most recent guy. He's an Australian, and he lives over there, probably because it's cheap. And he just looks to smear anybody that even might have a pro-Israeli stance or any kind of sympathy for them. And I think we're days away from finding out who he is. Days. Probably a month tops, but days. But this guy, he is nuts. Like, absolutely fucking crazy. Now, the stuff I seen, I couldn't confirm. But if it's true, this guy himself puts Kiwi Farms, I would say Kiwi Farms, what's the other big one besides Kiwi Farms? The other, I can't remember. I think I had a stroke. I can't remember anything anymore.
Okay, buddy. Fucking Reddit?
Not Reddit. Well, Reddit Snarks and 4chan. Thank you. 4chan, to shame. As an individual, not as a group. He fled Australia because he had extreme Islamic views. Australia doesn't tolerate that shit. But is he a natural born citizen? He's as white as I am. So this guy's promoting bad empanada, and the stuff that I seen, it was unbelievable. I can't go into it because I can't. Because I don't know if it's true. Let me tell you what I saw that I can't confirm with bad empanada. I saw a situation where people were joining his group, right? And if they wanted to leave, they were threatened directly. In other words, you go in thinking you're supporting Palestine. You come out. If you leave, if you don't do what you're told, you're going to your work. That's what I saw. Cannot be confirmed, but I think it's coming. I'm not that kind of YouTuber. I don't give a shit. But that guy's nuts.
Bad Empanada has done a decent job of like going after some of these guys, at least like by breaking down the lack of arguments that they're posting on their videos, right?
Like I said, 4chan, Kiwi Farms, you name the group. He's a one-man combination of all that from what I've seen. So let's see if I'm right in a couple days or a month or so. It's coming, as far as I know.
Because normally you would think like, okay, these guys don't have any sort of serious interest or whatever. Why are you talking about them? They're silly. They're
you get offended by everything, and you have to do drugs when people fucking goof on you.
Completely. They're irrelevant, right? Like real things are happening in the world, and these guys are relevant. They're not, because as a collective, they have the capacity to basically fucking inform a lot of uninformed people. This time, for much of the time frame in my coverage on Israel-Palestine, I haven't really hyper focused on like
is he just repeating himself and just talking circularly now? I mean, I can't even follow it now.
A bunch of these drama.
Oh no! Oh, I see. Okay, so it just went back to zero. Okay, that's why. All right. So in fairness to Hasan, that wasn't. Yeah, it went back to zero. Okay.
Took clips that were directly out of context from fucking Destiny's subreddit. That's where a lot of this stuff comes from. It's okay. You don't have to admit it, but we know that that's what a lot of
yeah. See that he's just speaking to his audience now. Did it come from Destiny's subreddit? Was it true or not? I mean, that's all you have to say to your moron fans. It came from Destiny's subreddit, and that discredits it? You could discredit it based on the statement itself. Everything's out of context. Yeah, all right.
Flop tubers do. It's not just Destiny's subreddit either. They literally...
Is the information correct or not? Something tells me he's dead. This guy, he's like, what's his face? The one that Willie Max always fighting, Dark Viper. It's the same tactic.
Most people that make these kinds of like drama-centered videos unironically just source it off of fucking Reddit. That's it. They literally go off of Reddit comments.
Is it true or not? Where it came from is irrelevant. Is the statement,
it's a lie.
Is the claim true or not? I mean, you mean to tell me, like the right-wingers do this too. Us from New York Times. Is it true or not? Or you don't know?
Comments. That's the game out here.
Yeah, Hasan, there's no rapes in October, even though this video, Hasan never has jury duty. He doesn't understand how evidence works. No. He's what he calls himself. He's a propagandist. Self-admitted. Doesn't matter. It would only matter. Do the ends justify the means? That's it.
Here, that is the level of research that most people dedicate to T channels and drama channels in general. But yeah, it's notice how there is no statement here. Okay, notice how there is no like evidence here. The evidence is Twitch is allowing violent and unfiltered rhetoric, or you're downplaying rapes. Like, did this person read the UN report? Did he even watch like the Sheryl Sandberg atrocity propaganda flick and then?
Well, why don't I just do the same thing you did? UN report, they're completely unreliable. You source a UN report, or I could do the other thing. That's just an appeal to authority fallacy. You could do this shit forever. Because anybody can just say any source is illegitimate based on the source. Now, I do realize that credibility does play a role in certain things. If the National Enquirer, are they still around anymore in the States? I know you've been here for a while, Jeannie.
Is
National Enquirer still around? I mean, if they say anything about celebrities, it is kind of sus. But even then, you got to prove it's fucking bullshit. The National Enquirer, you don't even know what that is? God, that was a big thing. It was like a bullshit magazine.
Some fucking conviction, dude. Yeah, he's just framing drama for views from his right-wing gamer audience. I don't think you should think too much on this. I'm not. I know that is the statement. I know that is what's going on. I don't like...
You can't disprove one thing he said. He literally just say Destiny, Reddit. You can't even engage. In fact, at any time when you hadn't been forced to engage, you were obviously on something. Remember this? Remember this, Hasan? Yes. Yeah, I remember that. The National Enquirer is the biggest slob mag when I was growing. Yeah, me too. I remember that one. Has he ever watched season 13 or episode 16 of The Simpsons? I don't think he can. I don't think so. He can't say anything. That seems to be a common trope. Like, you're not allowed to talk because you haven't done A, B, and C. Instead of actually discrediting the statement. Doesn't matter where you got it from. Is the statement wrong? I mean, you could say, all right, here's the statement wrong, and then you got it from here, from a discredited source in the past. All right, that's fine. Nick says, hey, guys, the Muta staff is actually all about Destiny, guys. I know this may come as a shock, but Destiny's also behind this, too. Yeah, exactly. Hutch defends Mutahar. Who's Hutch? Why do I know that? Is he a lefty or righty? I'm not sure.
Mutahar said,
what I can gather, he seems to be a bit of a centrist because he has debated both sides. He has debated both extremes.
By the way, being a centrist doesn't make you fucking above it all either. I know a lot of them like try to do that.
Six says he's a lefty. So.
He's a lefty? Okay.
Watching other people's videos is all you're really good at, but try vetting out slander before promoting, Hasan. I have never defended or, quote, backed the Israeli genocide on innocent Gazans. Never will I ever. To which Hasan responded, in your only video on...
Why couldn't Hasan respond with a clip of him doing just that? Oh, he didn't do it. You know?
Gaza.
The video's still up as of now.
Admit to not knowing about politics. First of all, there's two things right off the bat that, like, every YouTuber is not obligated to make like a dozen videos on Gaza. And if you're not, like, if you don't really...
If you're Muslim, you are, I guess you got to.
...know a lot about, like, a particular region or a particular content, you're especially not obligated to report on it in that case. He says, in your only video on Gaza, you've...
It seems to be happening in the commentary community, in the drama community, too. You have to do Doc on the radio. Did you know about Doc on the radio? I mean, get the fuck out of here. It's a fucking circus.
Only done one video on Gaza. Like, the purity testing here is fucking off the charts. Oh, you've only done one video on Gaza? Does Mutahar even cover politics normally? Doesn't Mutahar mostly do videos on...
Mutahar does what he thinks is going to make money. I'll admit that. But he is a professional YouTuber, in fairness. And there's plenty to criticize there. I mean, Mutahar, in my opinion, takes the path of least resistance, no matter what. If he can go by some bullshit... in other words, the people out there that are criticizing Mama Max are really just winking, nudging that they're pro-pedophile. And he thinks he can get away with that because the creator's smaller. And he'll do it. There's no doubt about it. He did to me.
Like gaming stuff? Am I crazy? I feel like he doesn't really touch politics very often.
Donated $5. In your own... LOL Doc on the radio is the children in Gaza off commentary.
Video on Gaza. I can't get over that. You've only done one video on Gaza. You admit to not knowing about politics. This is actually a good thing. I don't know if Hasan's aware of this. This is a good thing. It's actually good when people don't pretend like they know more than they do.
Like Hasan does.
It's actually good to not have people be fucking dilettantes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're actually, if somebody doesn't know much about politics, you're more likely to get you're also more likely to get a stupid thing, answer, but you're also more likely to get somebody that doesn't have a partisan, that is just completely partisan or just rooting for, a go team. I don't think he has a team. I never say that about Mutahar. I don't think he has a team. I think Muta comes first. I think that's a fair criticism.
Only video on Gaza.
And that's based on me dealing with him.
You admit to not knowing about politics. Try to cover Israel-Palestine as drama slop for centrist audience. Defend Asmongold for inferior culture's genocide comment. Then attack pro-Palestinian voices. So I guess you just wanted that ad revenue, huh?
Yeah, there's some truth in that.
Muta is particularly insane case because he's a victim of the same right-wing mobs he often farms in his videos. He literally left Twitter because of vicious racism. And here he is, back again, only to farm more. Motherfucker, you went on Hajj. They hate you more than they hate me. Well, Muta...
Get on my team or else.
...is responding to his face is in the thumbnail of this video.
Yeah. So this guy already
He's responding to this. He didn't...
And Hasan just left that out. All right. Well, at least that guy seems reasonably honest. It's wild how people wanted Kiwi Farms banned for harassment and are now defending snark subreddits, maliciously calling CPS on Ethan Klein. And here's, what's your evidence? A snark subreddit made the call. Actually, I think we didn't really cover it the other day. It was a Friday or whatever.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they definitely had some circumstantial evidence in Denham's chat. I see a lot of people saying this, but I don't see any proof.
The CPS agent said that it was someone Ethan knew.
I think if you had like a right, well, let's say, I don't know, is he right? I don't know what he is, but you say he had a null stream, and you saw a bunch of his fans. We're going to go dox this transgender person. I think that would be enough evidence for them. Mike from PA, quite possibly the dumbest guy in politics. He makes, I swear to God, Hasan has him around to make himself look good. But it's a really good point Art made. Yeah, it just depends on if it's on our team. Moving on to some other stuff. Amarath speaks to Aiden Ross about the viral break and robbery attempted that rocked social media last week. Tells the story how it all happened. They were shooting at the door, kicking it down, pointed a gun at me, hit me about 3 times. They weren't shooting at the door. We saw the tape. And I was thinking, run. All right, well, maybe I don't know.
I called him and I said, did you hear that? He said, no, what? It's I heard loud bangs coming from downstairs. And he said, it was probably the dogs, because we have dogs that jump on the patio table and on the kennels, and so they're always making sounds. But I felt like it was a lot louder than the dogs normally are. So I told him, I'm going to lock the doors just in case. And so I locked my balcony door, and then I locked my bedroom door too. And then I laid back down trying to just maybe it was the dogs. And then I hear more loud bangs coming from my bedroom door that I just locked. And so I called him and I said, hey, is that you trying to come in? Because I locked the door. And he's like, no, it's not me. And I said, well, someone's trying to come in here. And as soon as I said that, they were shooting the door, kicking it down. And then 3 guys came into my bedroom. It was dark at first, and they turned on all the lights, and then they pointed the gun at me while I was in bed, said, stand up, stand up. And so I went into the corner of the room where there's a chair, and they were kind of all 3 of them surrounding me, and I was sitting in the chair, not sure what to do in this situation. They kept saying, where's the crypto? Where's the crypto? And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. It's where is it? And then they said, hit her. And so I knew they were about to hit me. And so I actually took boxing classes a year or 2 ago.
Oh, she's going to do this thing where she was big hero.
And so instinctively, I was just putting my hands up like this, and that's
my KO up.
She's a boxing expert. She didn't even put her hands in front of her face while she's being struck.
That's why you don't see it on my head, actually. Because I blocked my head. I actually had stitches, lacerations, and some stitches. It's in my hairline. So that's why you can't see it. But we have the documents for it. But it hides pretty well since my hair was already red. So the blood kind of blended in. But I have this part of my hand too.
When will I do an OnlyFans review? Never.
My fists were like this, and so it was one guy on this side who hit.
I actually wouldn't do that if I could get away with it. What am I going to do? This girl's lips look funny. I mean, what the fuck? How would you do that? Why do they seem to be protruding? That's very odd. What do they call that when you have the big tit, the thing, the girls that have the stupid giant nipples?
Pepperoni nipples.
Yeah. Like, I don't like those. I wouldn't do that if I could.
Hit my head at first.
Because that is weird.
And then the other one had the gun pointed to my head. And they kept saying, where's the crypto? And every time that I didn't, like...
Duck lips? That's not the lips I was talking about there, sucker.
I guess to give it to them. I was like, I don't know how to give that to you. It's digital. They hit me again from the other side. And so they hit me about 3 times. And I was just thinking, you know what? I'm just going to run and lead them to where crypto could be. Because they're just going to keep hitting me if I don't.
Right.
And I might actually die. And so I was just said, oh, I know where it is. Well, hold on, I'll take you there. You can have all of it. And so I was leading them. I went downstairs and I went out to the driveway and I just ran across to the lounge where he was. And I went up the stairs. There's like an L stairs. So they can't see him until they're already within line of sight. And he told me to get down. And so I hugged the side of the wall and he shot 3 bullets right past me and shot the guys actually.
And she initially said she shot them. That was the funniest thing to happen this year.
Really, I credit her with saving both of our lives because... What
do you mean? Like, she brought those dudes to you, bro. This guy is so whipped. It was you. You're the hero.
Myself in her shoes, I don't know if I'd be clear thinking enough to stay calm and to, formulate a plan and to...
You got a gunfight with those guys, bro. You saved everybody. Like, this guy's such... I can't... Am I wrong here? That's whipped, isn't it?
He is pussy whipped.
That is whipped as hell. Assuming this is all on the up and up, and I guess it is. I don't know if a donut operator would put himself out there and lie, or maybe I suppose he could be fooled. But she did bring them in only because she was forced to, and he opened fire. Those guys could. I mean, I'm surprised they didn't go in like this. That could have been. That's one of the things I noticed when they entered the door. Like, if I was robbing a bank, my training would take over, and I would come in. Muzzle up or handgun up. And that could have been ugly quick. The way I heard it, she let him in and he opened fire. That's heroic. This guy's like, it wasn't me. It was her.
To basically lead them to where, someone might have a firearm or who can help, right? Because, a lot.
I do wonder if this is bullshit still. This is a part of me that thinks this is something we don't know here.
People make a big thing about how, she doesn't have scars or whatever. It's like,
What is that? That was a left turn.
They were pistol whipping her, and so she called me when it happened, and we can go into the story in a little bit.
Yeah.
He's all over the place.
And so I was actually on the phone with her when they shot the door twice and then kicked it in, right? I heard all of that, and then I heard, them walking up. And
I gotta be honest, shooting a door to get it open I've never shot a door to get it open, but that doesn't ring right with me. Why would you need to shoot the door if you're gonna kick it open anyway? I suppose you could shoot the lock, but that could ricochet. That could do a lot of weird things. Is this the same husband that was pimping her out? I guess it's the same one that said he was abusing her.
And then yelling their demands. And
fair enough. Robbers aren't smart. That's a good criticism. But I'm just saying, I'm not saying she's even lying, but something is weird about this. And I don't know what it is. And I don't know. You know what it could be? This happened. What he did was really heroic. And they're changing the story because they're influencers. And they don't even have to. I could see something like that happening as well. Allegedly, at the same time, apparently the whole thing was horseshit.
For a lot of that,
yeah, it was worth. Oh, her abuse, yeah.
I'm just hearing it on speakerphone, and I'm like, the structure over, right? And so that gave me just a little bit of time to kind of gain some composure. And luckily, I had a gun nearby, and the rest was her quick thinking. Because my only thing was,
Is there new footage, Cosmo? I'd like to see it. You send a Genie or me.
Going to charge across and do a 3v1 essentially, which isn't
what Mad Max. We only heard the shooting after they entered the you see him on camera. You go in and then you hear I think it was 3 rounds, right?
Great odds, but luckily, still on the phone, she started saying, "Okay, I'll take you to where the crypto is, right, where the cold storage device or whatever they're after is." And that's when I realized, oh, she's gonna take them here, and so my best move is to kind of be ready, and
That's I don't know, something. That's pretty. First, she said she shot one of them. Then you see her leading him in, and then you hear 3 rounds. One guy walks out, and he says, "I've been hit." Oh yeah, I played that the other day. This is like a week ago. Cosmo, I played that a week ago. You see the stuff. You see them go in. They open the door. You hear 3 rounds. You hear her scream. They run out. One of them on the way out says, "I've been hit" or "I've been shot." And you don't really know because they ran pretty fast. And if that means if he was shot, he got winged at best. And we haven't heard about any arrests, have we? Well, they busted one of the robbers? Send that to me. I haven't seen that yet. Matt Neave implies that all CPS calls on Ethan Klein's kids were acceptable due to the harassment he's received from Ethan. Was that the guy that made the video and Ethan brought it down? I'm 100% against anyone calling CPS on YouTubers they don't like. 48 hours of being impressed by Ethan Kyle's age. We've got to save them kids. All right. I don't know who Matt Lieb is, but that's pretty funny. No, there's no. I don't know. I didn't see it. Didn't end up in my news bin. Let's see who's on the list. People who showed support for Ethan Klein in the last year, including Nazis, MAGAs, pedos, sex-girdle centrists, slop YouTubers, and more. Elon Musk. Sneeko showed support for things. Daniel Silva. Killed friend in drunk driving. Well, the fucking that got to do with anything. Asmongold, Destiny, Joey Salads, The Quartering. Where's Joey? Joey Salads? I heard from him in a long time. Ian Miles Chung, Lives of TikTok, Milk Boys, Drew Pablo, Dan Saltman, Steiny, MAGA Slop Lolly VTubers, Tipster, Lolly Enjoyer, Nicholas Diorio, Papa Gut, Chud Logic, Sensitive Society, Zionist, Brianna Wu. Which is they're kind of like Nazis. They're starting like wars with every single neighbor. This is every part of the political spectrum here. That probably won't end well.
I've sent you 2 things on the
other
stuff. One of them is a video. It's a video, so I don't know if you can play it. The second one is the article from Dexterto.
Oh, they have the inside video now. Oh. Let me double check if I can play that or not. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Fuck it. I'll play it, and then if it gets clipped, it gets clipped. So send me, guys. Send me money, guys. If it gets clipped, it gets clipped. I'll just cut it out of the fucking
Tonight,
file.
we are hearing from a Houston area influencer who was chased down, held up at gunpoint, even pistol whipped inside her home. The whole thing, it was caught on surveillance video. Caitlin Siragusa, better known by her millions of followers online as Amaranth, is sharing the terrifying experience.
Oh, they got one of them? All right, this is 100% happened then. They got one of the guys?
It's after one of the people allegedly involved was arrested.
Yeah, the thing is, you know what I could be picking up on? That they're altering the story even though it's unnecessary.
And appeared before a judge.
Because she's already lied about it. We know that 100%. She said she shot one of these guys.
Matt Doherty spoke with her.
Yeah, that's all. So what you saw there, Mad Max, is they came in and they went out. That's what I saw.
Her home. He joins us live.
But apparently, hey, Matt.
Mia, we're going to be showing you new security video of the home.
Matt's the sexiest on-the-spot reporter ever. Hi, I'm Matt.
Invasion. The armed robbers came looking for tens of millions of dollars in cryptocurrency. They left with
American Psycho, right? The guy that played Batman, that movie.
A bullet wound.
It's kind of just everything now.
You may not have heard of Caitlin Siragusa, who has built a multi-million-dollar empire through her online streaming persona, Amaranth.
And her tits.
In the past few years as an influencer, the 31-year-old has amassed millions of followers and subscribers. A week and a half ago, she learned she's become a target for predators too.
I hear two loud crashes coming from below my master, but I didn't think it was the dogs because it was very loud.
Caitlin was lying in bed on Sunday, March 2nd at about 10:30 at night. She was on the phone with her husband, Nick, who was in another building on their property.
I told him, well, somebody is coming in here right now, and then as soon as I said that, they kicked down the door.
Before she knew it,
I thought they shot the door. That's probably what I'm picking up on.
Caitlin was a hostage.
When she say that to the reporters, they shot and then kicked the door, but she told what's-his-face that? Isn't that a little weird? Tommy, I have a theory why she lied, because of the supposed divorce that she had with her husband.
Okay, buddy.
But because it wasn't in the police report, they couldn't hide it. Yeah, you might be right, Cosmo. That's maybe what I'm picking up. Some Nazis for Hasan, yes.
And it's three men in my room, and they're pointing the gun at me and screaming at me to stand up.
They walked her over to the chair.
I thought I was
Seth, she's oddly shaped. That's the kind of odd I like, Seth.
gonna die. Because they just kept beating me. They keep saying, where's the crypto? Where's the crypto?
Caitlin was pistol whipped a total of 3 times.
You can see it there. Yeah, you can see it.
So she decided to play.
I don't know. I don't care.
Along.
I was like, oh, wait, I think I know where it is.
She leads them in downstairs.
Okay, this
through
is
the
it.
kitchen.
For me, it was like there's only one thing to do.
The entire time this is happening, Nick is on the other end of the phone, still in the other building, listening to what's happening.
Oh, these guys are on their phone and they're robbing her. Did you see that? Let's check this guy.
Nick is on the other end of the
Because there
phone,
was the
still
crypto
in
thing
the other
that they
building,
ordered.
listening to
Yeah, maybe he's getting ready to.
what's happening, tracking the robbers on the security cameras. He puts on his Kevlar vest, loads his gun, and calls 911.
I was just like, she is definitely gonna, take them here.
Nick was right.
It's in here.
Security video shows Caitlin leading the armed robbers to the other building where Nick is waiting, lights out at the top of the stairs. Caitlin leads them right to him.
When she turned the corner, I said, duck and then, get down.
Nick fires 2 or 3 shots, hitting one of the men, and they flee.
3.
Houston police arrive a short time later and secure the property.
I'm going to set the bail in each of these cases at $50,000.
This week, police made an arrest.
Only 50?
Thank you. Brian Salazar Guerrero has been charged with aggravated robbery and aggravated kidnapping. Prosecutors say he confessed to being the getaway driver for the attackers. The other 3 still haven't been caught.
My whole life I've had nightmares like this, so.
The couple is stepping up their security with armed guards outside of their home now, but even still.
So this happened.
They say they aren't able to sleep in peace. They're grateful, though. They both were able to stay calm and think quickly that night. They say what happened is nothing short of a miracle.
So you never actually see the rounds. I mean, is there any possibility she faked this now? I think it's kind of like moot at this point, right?
Yeah.
I guess they did it. What is it? And now a guy's going to admit to be the getaway driver? I mean, he could be looking at anywhere from 5 to 15 years in prison. No, there's no way she faked it at this point. She may be lying about what happened, but what happened is she was robbed. She may be altering it. Yeah.
The couple believes the attackers may have been drawn to the home after a post was made on Amarant's social media showing a screenshot of her $20 million in cryptocurrency that she held at the time, but nobody can say for certain. Mia, back to you.
He hates his job more than I do, this guy. I'm fascinated by this man right here.
Such a frightening ordeal, both she and her husband.
She's into it. Such a frightening ordeal. Wow, that's some really great work out there, Bob.
It's been so very brave. Matt Doherty tonight. Thank you for sharing their story.
Interesting. All right, I'm glad we got to the bottom of that. And I'm glad all these people like Willie Mack Show have been exposed for the genocide supporters that they are. The backup of H3 Stark suburb at the center of the CPS controversy has officially gone private. Oh, so they can do it all in private now. Great. Some of the comments are left over snarkers in the backup to the backup Snark sub. It's a backup of a backup. Ethan's people probably nuked it, like they did Denim's Daily. I have no idea. It says private on my end. Nice. I bet I know who's behind this account. I bet there's somebody that I've met. I'm pretty sure. All right, let's check this out.
Before we do, I just want to see where Dane's at with this, because I want to see how widespread this is. Dane, do you know what we're talking about at all?
No.
Okay. Cool. Okay, so there you go. This is for a very specific subset of people who are very upset at my DMs.
Yeah. So, Ethan's upset with I think some of our connections, and we've tried to reach out to Ethan to talk privately. Basically, it just seems like we're at a bit of an impasse. So we want to stay out of the drama as much as possible. We don't want to pile on and add to anything. So this is our, lukewarm addressing of it. It's, we're always open to talk, privately, especially. And, we'll, the door's always open.
Yeah, the door is always open. I want to really drive it home. We don't condone harassment of any kind.
Condone harassment of any.
But what we will do is misframe Froggy Fresh as saying something prior to our career request to Bash, even though he said it after he was kicked off the ticket. And any harassment that Froggy Fresh receives by our misdirection and misinformation will be fine. Remember that? Remember Ethan kicked that guy off the ticket, and then he bitched about Anissa, and he said he kicked him off the ticket because he said bad things about Anissa? Yeah, I remember that.
Of any kind, okay, period, which is why we have not stuck our foot in any of this, because it is not
You're so above going after your enemies. I know.
Productive. I don't think it's helpful. And these are real people who have real feelings.
I think I want to pivot this into something that I don't think I didn't touch on it in my apology video many years ago. Was it many years ago? Was it 1 year ago? Yeah. I think in that video, there was I had a lot of feelings. And I think the most obvious one message that made the most sense to people was me apologizing for slurs and just being generally insensitive to minority groups and people in general.
Yeah.
It's still surreal to hear him talk like that.
And I think the thing that I maybe should have added to that, but I think it was kind of implied if you're really looking for it, is the harassment. I think harassment online is we felt it. We felt plenty of it.
Yeah.
And, that's kind of why there's been a shift in my content, is because it's not fucking...
How are you making this about yourself? Jesus Christ.
Healthy for people's brains, and it doesn't get you anywhere. I would make, a couple videos, the content...
trying to be healthy, they're trying to be entertained. Jesus Christ. Although it is unhealthy. But, I mean, I don't understand why he's making a statement like this.
Cop and the content deputy, and then I would say, okay, I'm done.
What I'm doing. Quit.
I'm done. I'm out of here. Let me leave this.
Yeah.
And it was done for me. For me, it was done. It was not done for the people who watched my videos. It was not done for the person who was being harassed.
Even though that's the people you're serving.
And I think that is a very important thing to note. Is I was living kind of a different reality.
Yeah.
And it would shock me. It would shock me when I'd meet people in public and they'd say, "Oh, I loved your Tana content, cop. I
just can't fuck off." It would shock me when I like the piece of content, but I don't care at all. Okay, buddy. Hey, you know what this is? These guys are willing to talk about H3, but I haven't heard one peep out of Creator Crash 3S. Where's the promotions iDubbbz? I was told that he's trying not to promote it because he thinks he's going to soil it. So they're not going to promote it. She's going to stay out of it. And they're going to say as little as possible. I don't know if it's going to work, but I don't know why they're so obsessed with getting it. So this was Twitch's unbanned Smash Pro Zero, our friend Zero. After 5 years, the streamer went from 400 pounds to 188 and now is a bodybuilder. Guess what wasn't mentioned in this Dexterito article that I'm pretty sure has been taken down?
Ice in the pussy?
Yeah, Ice in the pussy guy. Yeah, I think they left that out.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? Let's take that out. Let's put Zero in there. Let's do a search here. Hey now, is that Tamaran? Let's do a search. Where's he spells the moon? No.
Let me see.
Yeah, well, he's bodybuilder.
It's Z-E, like capital Z.
I'm trying it now. I'm trying it now. I don't think it'll. No, I think unless they have a bad search algorithm. Oh no. It's still there. There it is. Oh my God, that's him. Jesus Christ. You know, 12-year-olds getting away from him now.
No.
Twitch is on my Smash Pro after permanently banning me nearly 5 years ago. That story wasn't 5 years ago, was it? No. And his Prime Zero was one of the most unstoppable Smash players ever to pick up a Wii game controller, winning a whopping 56 tournaments in a row. Smash 4 and Wii U. I thought the Wii U Smash 4 was like the worst one. Buddy. Damn, that's one bulky. However, Battles was permanently banned on Twitch in 2020 when God, it's been 5 years. I guess it has pros of Smash movies where he was accused of sexual assault and misconduct. All right, they put it in. I guess the guy.
Well, they said we're multiple pros.
Multiple.
When multiple, he didn't.
Well, okay, when multiple pros. Yeah, they don't say anything about his particular contact. Jisoo Zero, Zero's former roommate, alleged that he saw sexual material while underage in their room, and he had solicited videos from underage girls. She also claimed that Zero was abusing his then wife Vanessa in the early stages of their relationship. Zero originally admitted to sexual misconduct on July 4th of 2020 because he was going to kill himself, according to technicals, including additional claims that he had sent horrendous messages to girls as young as 14. I thought it was 13, right? When he was 19.
I remember 14.
Yeah. No ice pussy, huh? Yeah, I bet that doesn't make it in there. Because that doesn't go along with look his body looks great. On November 21st, he revealed that he was working a lawsuit against Jisoo, which got settled, but it didn't it didn't. The lawsuit got settled, and technicals on that wanted to pretend like he was like somehow found innocent because there was a settlement. Didn't do anything for him. He further claimed the convention was made under duress, his own duress. Nearly a year later, he announced. I wonder if technicals talked to this guy that wrote that, Michael Willem.
I will say one of those featured articles was absolutely wild.
Really?
Go back. Notorious serial killer on hunger strike. No, go forward again. No, that's back. Oh. Click again. There.
Oh.
Entertainment. Notorious serial killer on hunger strike.
Okay, buddy. If you're having police
That's all I saw during this whole article.
IRA members used to do that shit.
Cannibal the Cannibal.
I never got the hunger
Robert
strike.
Maudsley.
What's it? One of Britain's most notorious, Robert Madalski, known as Hannibal the Cannibal, is allegedly on hunger strike as guards took his PlayStation away. The 74-year I think I read about this guy. Is the world record. Is a world record, however, though not for anything productive. He's currently the longest-serving prisoner in solitary confinement and has been isolated for 46 years.
Let me speak!
Oh, thanks.
Oh, thank you. It just automatically did that.
Oh, did it?
Kick does that, yeah.
That's wild. refuses to eat. Like, all right, starve yourself. I always wonder why people do like, the Irish would do that. We're out going on a hunger strike thing for, like, but the English hate you, so why would they care if? What did this fucking guy do? Oh, this is German. Hang on.
I mean, it did say
In
Hannibal the
Liverpool.
cannibal, so I'm going to assume
Yeah.
he was eating some things. Not so nice.
You know what? You're right. Fuck that guy.
Go to this.
No, fuck
Well, I
him.
was going to say go.
Fuck
go
him.
to the
He ate
second one.
people
Okay,
and he's
fine.
fine. It's outrageous he had his place. That's what I'm more outraged. He had a goddamn PlayStation to begin with. Maybe he doesn't deserve one. Call me crazy.
Oh my god.
Freak out. I'm not gonna freak out. I'm not gonna freak out. Yo, hold on. I'm not gonna freak out. I'm not gonna freak out. I'm not gonna freak out. Do you know how long I've been wanting to meet a zebra? In my room? Can you come a little closer?
Don't try to touch his
head?
ears or his face.
Okay, all right.
Don't get right behind him.
Oh, don't get right behind him, okay? All right.
Zebras are like mega aggressive. You know that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You can't. They're not like horses at
No
all.
given.
No,
Yeah.
they're pretty brutal animals because they're wild animals.
And you can touch his ear. Hold on.
You could never. I don't think you could ever ride one. I mean, consistently. Well, maybe you could. I don't know.
Okay.
I say that, and then some guy could send me a goddamn video of some cowboy riding a damn zebra.
Okay. All right. Let me just.
You can come up, touch him on the neck.
Okay. Wait, can I touch him at? Right here. Right here.
Right here, yeah. You can only touch them once. They're like regular horses. You're sick of Kai and I Show Speed? I don't know. When I see clips of them, they always do stuff that I think is fun. Oh, I want to show you something. So this guy writes me. It's too funny. You got too involved with politics with both lolcow and baited. I don't think I talked about politics once on baited. Not once. You should have done your job. Know your place, and you would be fine right now. So I wrote, I am fine. Trump's doing a great job. The greatest president since Washington. Stick it up your ass. All right, fine. So I'm just saying, fuck you, I'm trolling. But I did know this would happen. I'm not going to act like I didn't. It's the response comments that are funny. I mean, I said he's the greatest president since Washington. I mean, I might as well said he's better than Jesus. But you know what? It wouldn't have mattered. I really don't think it would. He's doing a great job crashing the stock market, ruining relationships with allies, and possibly leading us into a recession. But that's a great job. Yeah, like he freed all the J6ers, even the violent ones. Completely abandoned trying to get Ukraine a good deal because he shits on them daily. He literally wants the ethically cleansed Gazans to push them into Egypt and Jordan. Well, the Egyptians and the Jordanians will never accept them, believe me. And he's starting to trade more with tariffs. That's great, question mark. He's doing a really shitty job. He just jailed a green card holder with no official charge or crime. I was always, because I had Irish friends that were green card holders. They were told, I don't know the laws, but they were told if you engaged in supporting any enemy of the state, you could be kicked for any reason. I don't know. They'll probably go to court. Yeah, I was always told that you don't have, now you have constitution. You can say, I support the Palestinians, but you can't organize protests, with a bunch of anti-Semitic stuff saying Hamas is okay. Mm-hmm. That's an enemy of the state. And I don't think you could do it for Russia or China either. And I don't think people would be too happy if there was some violent right-wing group in Europe that was an enemy to the United States, and they were supporting them. They'd kick them out of the fucking country. And by the way, I agree with them. But it's okay when we do it. When they say politics, he meant the politics of the show, not USA politics. So you think that's what he meant? The politics of the show? I barely touched anything on Baited. And it's impossible to not do politics on lolcow because Boogie was always virtue signaling on something. How many millions and billions to Israel within 2 months? I don't know. I didn't check. LOL. Yeah, Tommy. The issue is not Keemstar. Oh, no. This guy was in my favor. That's
no, this. Yeah. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
You fucking...
Yeah, that guy was my favorite. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. What an asshole for that.
Oh,
I don't know.
It's Winter. Those are gaming.
Oh, there's Winter. Yeah, there you are, Winter. You got shouted out. But it's just like so funny. They, like you say, Trump's the best president. I would say I should write tomorrow. I think Trump is better than Jesus. You're a cult. You're like, it's so funny. I mean, you react to this shit. It's ridiculous. We got Amber. I think we're done. Take calls if you want. Open phones. I don't care. I'm done. I think an hour and a half's good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Spicy.
What was
I
I
mean,
talking about?
there's. Come on, Grandpa.
I forgot what I want to talk about. I guess. There is a call that I won't take. I've always said like open phones, you can talk whatever. There is a call in the future that I will not take. Look, most of you guys are going to probably figure out when I'm employed because there's more than likely going to be some kind of change in the schedule, right? That's when you'll know, all right? Here's the thing. This is the last time I talk about it. You are not allowed to ask about where I'm working. Fair? Unreasonable?
Totally unreasonable.
Yeah,
How dare
totally
you? You need to be in
unreasonable.
every
So,
part of your
like,
life, Tommy.
If that's like, what are you doing? It is like, I'm just gonna say nothing. Nothing. I'm mooching off my wife. None of your biz. None of your business. And that's pretty much goes. But you know, you're probably there's no way I'm gonna be hide it, but it's not going to be talked about. When are you working now? Well, you figure that out too. Do the math. It might change things. So just you can go on this journey with me. I don't know where it goes or what have you. We are thinking about doing a drink to the dead. That's what I want to do. A drink to the dead. And me and you get like fucking shit faced on Saturday. I think that would be funny. Who would be for that? I mean, just me and Jeannie just sitting around watching videos, shooting the shit, and getting fucked. Okay, buddy. Tommy's working in a gay bar.
I'll need recommendations on what to get because I don't actually drink that much. I usually just copy what somebody else has. So.
What do you want to get? I'll buy. I'll buy. I'll send you the money.
No. I just don't know. I don't know really what's good to drink. Really, I think what I've had. I'm usually a cocktail girly, unfortunately.
I love the drinking. So I'm sorry to interrupt you. I love drinking straight about today. The problem is I can't drink as much as I used to. But I was thinking about making an exception for this weekend. Who's playing this weekend too? Because I went to a game last night. It was I that's always the most important thing. Actually, you can watch it. The fake Augie stories are so funny. Are there fake Augie stories?
Heineken? No, I've had that, and it made me kind of want to puke a little bit.
Fenerbahce's over Rangers right now, but they're still behind on aggregate, 3-2. Roma's out. Ajax is out. Frankfurt moves ahead.
That's today.
Victoria Plinzen's out. Olympiacos is out. Lyon is going to go ahead. They're up fucking 6-1 on aggregate.
No, I'm not doing whiskey. No. I've tried the canned mixed drinks before. I tried a couple of them, and they're just. I don't know.
Watch the end of
the most recent drinks I've had was Bacardi and lemonade.
There was a time when Tommy did a drinking stream. We just watched a Call of Duty tournament. Got so wasted. I slept through my birthday and dinner. Yeah, I think did I do that once? That was like 4 or 5 years ago, right? When I moved to the new place.
I think you did.
That was a long one. Yeah, I forgot about that. We watched a Call of Duty tournament.
I'm not doing tequila. Oh my god. But check the Saturdays.
Yeah. I will not be doing shots or anything like that because then I'm not young anymore. I can't be doing that shit. I'm not gonna.
No, I asked for recommendations from them, so that's what they're.
I don't think I could do shots for money. I'm too old. It might end up killing me. So I can't do anything fun like that. I think.
Well, if you just do the right amount, like $100 per shot or something.
I don't want to get that sick on Sunday. It's fucked. Ugh. If I do that Saturday, we're definitely not streaming Sunday. Do rum and coke?
Yeah.
You Only leaves me
I
jaded.
could
Well, you know what's
probably
funny?
do that
If the thing's real successful, then but I'm not going to become only as we play. There's anything might kill you at your age, Sean. Good point, Lynn. Here it's okay. I'm getting. Oh, that's it. I don't know. It's like I was gonna get a really cool thumbnail and call it "Drink to the Dead." Yeah, I thought it'd be pretty cool. Haven't talked to Pimp and Pete in forever. That'd be awful fun. Pimp and Pete. Buckshot, just make it old fashioned, sip and enjoy. Yeah, it's not a bad idea either, right?
Yeah.
I've always been a beer guy, but beer makes me terribly fat. For every drink, I will smoke a bowl. I could smoke a bowl if I wanted to.
Teddy donated $5. 900 for one shot.
Yeah, I don't even have anything to do with shot. I don't know. I think I'd stay with that kind of alcohol.
Yeah.
You're not on a shot, then I would go into living doing it. Rum and OJ is a nice alternative to morning mimosa. Yeah, that would be nice. Beer is just liquid bread that tastes bad. You're wrong about it tasting bad. There is nothing more wonderful. Very few things.
Check Saturdays, for the love of God.
Chelsea's about to knock out Copenhagen. That'll make Seth very happy. So no calls. We all done? You doing Pat's getting out of here?
You're supposed to check Saturdays. You didn't check Saturday's
Yeah,
games.
Saturday.
That's what I'm trying to tell you fucking 10
Saturday.
times.
All right, Saturday's games, whatever. Oh, Van's playing. 2 o'clock.
That's a 2 p.m. one though, so it's not like end of the world.
So my team plays.
Red Bulls is at 7:30 p.m. though for you though, so.
Yeah, it's when I can watch with Tommy.
We can do it late. We can do a late one if you want.
I want to go to bed normal time. Yeah, Rebels normal time. Yeah, that's one I'd want to watch with Tommy though.
Yeah,
because we don't get to watch we don't get to watch MLS over here that often on normal times.
I guess you could check next Saturdays. I can just.
We'll look at it next Saturday. Yeah, I had a drink yesterday, so maybe it's a good idea we space it out a little more. Is this going to be Glory Hunt? No, it's going to be right here. And we're going to watch videos and just fuck around. It's going to be kind of like it's a drinking stream, like the old ones. Maybe people pop in and say hello or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, next weekend then? Yeah, maybe. I mean, I suppose we could do it. No, you can't. You can't do it Sunday. Did you get
I could do it Sunday. I don't have anything on Monday. I don't have anything.
All right, well, we'll talk over the weekend. Are you going to your boyfriend's this weekend?
Yeah. No, I'm not. So.
All right, we'll stay in touch.
That's why I was like, oh, this is perfect planning because I'm just staying here the whole weekend because I've got a doctor's appointment tomorrow.
Poor Jeff, he wants to come back. He's useless in a drinking stream. Absolutely useless. Yeah, these are my last vapes. I'm not ordering anymore. Jeannie, if you want to drink and watch MLS with me, I'll be available.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe I'll bring you in. Maybe I'll even bring in you, Rosie. Maybe we'll watch it. We could watch it in here and then we watch it in here and bullshit.
But we can see my slowly descent into it because the last time you guys saw me drunk was a full on.
Bring Jeff and Keaton.
Don't get the descent.
Keaton hasn't been around lately, has he?
I've seen him a little bit, but not anything crazy.
Yeah, he's watching.
I swear I saw. I think somebody added him in the chat and he responded, but he hasn't come to call in.
He's watching Ricky Berwick sleep. Can you see that?
He's probably watching. That or he's probably watching the. He's gonna be watching the Fortnite wins that Ricky Berwick's gonna be doing. That whole. He's not gonna stop until he gets to 50 wins.
I gotta be honest with you, and maybe I could be off on this, but you tell me what you think. And nothing against Ricky Berwick or anybody who's doing those streams, the sleep streams. If you want to, I feel the same way I feel about hot chicks. People get all upset. Oh, she's only got a phone because she's got nice tits. Yeah, okay, fair enough. And I can't believe people sleep and get all that money. And yeah, I can get this, but I gotta be honest with you. This is my personal opinion, not begrudging any friends of mine that actually would do something like this.
Okay.
I think sleep streams are the biggest fuck you to your fan base. It's just I'm sorry. I got this. This is my opinion. Nothing against. I don't hate anybody who does it. but it's just, you're so stupid that you don't have to do anything and I'll hand you money. And look at this, I'll just do it and you'll do it. It's almost like that stunt that Quobocop, remember when you used to get the little yellow lines when they put ads in and then everybody could see how many ads you put in, right? And then he made an entire video purely of ads, right? And it had just like one long yellow line and he was just going hum, 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 hum. And I was like, wow, that's a real fuck you. You know, that's an incredible F you. And yeah, that's at a time where he was getting mad views, you know? Well, if it works, you know, yeah, I get that part of it, but it doesn't make it, Lynn, it doesn't make it any less of like a fuck you. You know, and I don't get that, you know? But then again, I make videos talking to my fan base about what I'm doing. Everybody tells me not to do that because I think I have a certain obligation to tell, hey, the show's winding down. Maybe you want to not be here. You don't want to pay for this or what have you. Like, you know, maybe you do. Maybe you don't. There's a certain amount of like honesty that like a lot of YouTubers lack, and they just take your money. I don't know. It just seems weird to me. You know, everybody's like, "Shut up! You shouldn't have told everybody you're quitting. You should have just quit." And yeah, but what about all the people that have been sending me money for years? You know, like, don't I owe them something?
Yeah. I think with sleep streams, it definitely depends because Deller has done, I think, 2 of them, and they are some of the funniest things for me because he doesn't actually get any sleep.
Okay, fair enough. All right, well, he's doing like, all right, then that doesn't count. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about guys that actually sleep.
Yeah, no. He's done, well, it's him trying, but what happens is he's got it so that his Alexa's in his room.
Oh,
and what they'll do is they'll donate and they'll play random shit. Or they'll have it like they'll try and get it to order stuff, and so he has to like be awake, and he's like screaming at it. So
that's all right, but that's his type of entertainment, though. It's like a little different, you know. I don't know. If people want to pay for that, that's fine. If people want to do that's fine. But it just seems like such.
I think Rosie has a great idea.
Paying your
CPAP stream.
These people, you don't want to see that. You're never going to see that. SFTP has a boomer snoring nonstop for 7 hours. Gets up to piss twice. Yeah, that's actually what happens. That's exactly. Yeah. I can not drink any water. I'm still got to piss in the middle of the night. It's amazing. I don't know how it happens. But yeah, speaking of, since we are winding down, you guys know I haven't interviewed anybody in forever. There's 2 reasons for it. I got a dirty secret to tell you. Hey, Colossal, how you doing? I always hated interviewing people. Absolutely hated. Although Colossal was one of my favorites, to be honest with you. Here's why. I'm terrible at it. For some reason, and the one interview that I thought that was pretty fucking good was with Dankula. And I was like, we'll take this interview, we'll make it a conversation, and me and he'll rap back and forth and what have you. And we did. And it's like, I got yelled at for not letting him talk enough, but it was like a back and forth conversation. I've
enjoyed your interviews. Like I think
thought that was
first
I mean, there's been good parts of it, but I'm not a great interviewer. I'm not like Dave, you know.
Well, yeah, I think one of the first ones I remember for certain was the Monkey Jones one right after he got canned on YouTube.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's right. I had him. I mean, have I done a good job? Yeah. Have been consistently good? No. And I hated it. The first time, the Maximum, I think that one was one of my better ones. And what's his name? Charlie picked it up. You know, I thought I did a great job in that one because I got him to admit everything. And I did hear but it wasn't a lot. Like, you just kind of let him do what he wanted. You didn't challenge him or anything. That was the point, because challenging him, he just hung up. And then he showed his hand to Charlie, and years later he picked it up. So there you go. Surgery successful. What happened to Clown? You want to come in? Good to hear. Clown had surgery? I have not listened, to be honest. I heard they were making. Verse called me up to tell me they were making fun of fucking nerd. But, yeah. Oh, your maid. He's fucking Clown's got a maid. Have you ever met Clown? You haven't been around when he's been around, have you?
No, I have not.
Greatest commentator of all time. Clown, you're now officially better than iDubbbz. Jesus Christ. You're now better than iDubbbz. Also, okay, two things. We're going to start leaving the streams up. The clips will come out 48 hours later. They'll still be consistent, but I'm leaving them up. Fuck it. It doesn't seem to help me at all. It's cut my views by 70% since I made this change. So we'll leave them up. Clips will come. Maybe if you miss it, go check it out later, whatever. There'll still be links in there. So they're not being delisted anymore, so you don't got to worry about it. I guess Verse wants me to wait 48 hours because at least if you missed it, then you might get reminded or something like that. What else is it? Yeah, please like and love the stream. Deller.
About interview.
Dr. Deller. Deller probably will be our last interviewee. I've talked to him. Part of it is Jeannie is madly in love with Deller. She will leave her man for him in a minute. Deller liked the sound of that. Let me tell you.
Oh, what did he say? What did he say? What did he say? He haven't told me.
I'm bullshitting a little bit. He basically said, "I'm going to do a favor for a friend of a friend." That's what he said he's going to do. Yeah.
He probably doesn't believe it. That's the thing, because you know how he is.
He didn't. I don't know if he did, but he knows I've never. He knows I've never lied to him. He knows I've never bullshitted him or anything like that. And I told him that we're winding down the show in the next couple months, and if I get employment, then things might change. So, and he was like, he was like, yeah, sure, I'll do it, no problem. So Deller will probably be our last interview because, first of all, I hate going for them. Most of my staff did most of the work, like Kite and stuff like that. But I hated doing it. To be honest, it's such a pain in the ass. And one of the reasons I hated doing it is because if I did it, any of these guys could turn around and say I was pestering them when I really didn't want to interview them to begin with. It was mostly what other people wanted. They didn't really help my channel that much either. She going full schoolgirl clutched, LOL.
It literally is though, because
he's not even joking.
Tommy knows this.
Yeah, it's for real.
But I'll say it again. He is. I shit you not. I put one of his quotes as my yearbook quote for senior year in high school. I wish I was joking, but I'm not. It was so.
Dana. This is the guy she's in love with.
My man. This is my man.
Fuck.
Man with the lights right here.
Oh, good.
My God! Holy shit! Holy shit! My fucking God! This game is bad!
This is like, whoa.
There he is.
Yeah, so he said he'd do it. He's not streaming right now. So what he told us, so you got to keep an eye on him. As soon as he comes back and starts streaming, that's the signal to us to call him back.
Yep.
That's the signal.
And I already talked to you as well. Like it depends on my schedule as well because
we'll get it. When he comes back, we'll make it happen. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. No, I know. I told you I'm busy for the next like couple months, give or take. Like I don't know if I'll have the time to do my deep dive as I usually do on him.
I would start putting little things together in a scrapbook now.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
No, I have been. You already know one of my honestly one of my biggest questions is he taller than 5'2"?
What? Yeah, you asked that.
Yes. Because the thing is, he can answer if he can refuse to answer. I'm not asking him to tell me his exact height. It's just setting the bar of it. No.
There's nothing there. Let's see. Tell her age. What does it say here?
No, it's not gonna tell you his height. People guess he's like 5'3". So
I think he's like 5'5", 5'6", because he's not tall.
that's where I put him at. But honestly, he's taller than me. That's like a good 4 inches on me.
What's this video?
Exactly.
Yo, hello? Am I live?
Let me see.
Cooking stream.
Hello?
Yeah.
You just got fucking debated, son. Fucking vegetables, good fucking joke, bitch.
He's about 5'5", 5'6".
That's what I put him at.
Yeah,
So that if he says yes to taller than 5'2",
because I'm going by like how big counters are, and yeah, he's about.
Well, yeah.
He's not beating the 4'4" allegations.
I'm not for. Good lord.
Yeah,
But there's something that's known as too tall. There are people who are too tall. Cough, Dr. Disrespect. Holy fucking shit.
Yeah. I always wondered that about guys. Like, I think if you're like that big, you have to be an athlete to get chicks. If you're just a regular like 5'6" or 6'5" guy, that like you better stay in shape. Jeannie is a dwarf. Yeah, she's tiny.
I mean, I'm not classified as it, but I'm not far off.
Yeah.
Delor donated $5. I'm 6 Fuß 1, I'm tons of fun and I dress to a T.
Yeah. He's a fashion expert, that's for damn sure. I dress to a T. So yeah, I think it's the least I could do for Jeannie. Yeah, because I said they were going to do it, but I mean, I can definitely do it before either we wind down so much that we can't get a guest. But yeah, I think that is more than likely going to be it. I don't think I'll ever ask anybody else again, and I am fine with that. Let's see, creator and audience. Here we go. If you are a Pat and you want your name read out, it's guaranteed on Patreon. Oatbrag mentioned B, Billion Bones, Blue Jacket, Cody Grill, Final Flash, G-Man, Little Manly, Nesquik, Not Your Typical Mom, Paddock, Mon, Taylor D, Tommy C's Cat, Tribute Savage, Winter Gaming, Genie, and Picklington. We're not out of business yet, so if you want to do it, then do it. And that'd be it. Let's see. Short chicks are hot. I couldn't date a woman about 5'4". I did want to date with a girl that was just because I was interested. What was going on there? Girl was significantly taller than I was. She was 6'4", and I was interested because she's pretty together and she had killer long legs. You know what I mean? Yeah. But she was more into this fat league singer, this cover band my buddy was in. So she used to go to all his things. She was kind of a rock chick. And I was like, wow, I'm 6'1". That I wasn't overweight at the time. So, but she got him instead. Or no, he didn't want her because she was too tall. I wonder if that happens to tall chicks a lot. But she was attractive.
Yeah.
You do see these girls that are over 6 feet, and there's something very manly about them. There's nothing manly about this girl other than she was taller than you. You know, I'm surprised you never dated a mid-get.
a midget. So I think.
Yeah, no, you're not supposed to say that. I think. Maybe we'll get a hit. Maybe we'll give a hit for this one. No freaking SFTP co-host is disability free. She is. Jeannie is. Nick was.
No, but I'm short, so that's automatically
short. That's not a disability. That's genetics.
Oh. Well, it doesn't make any sense though, because both my parents are like. I think my dad's like 6 foot something. My mom's 5'9".
Nick is fat. Is a disability.
Yeah.
Nick, let's go through the producers. Doc is poor. My Doc, not Doc on the radio. Xana was disabled. Like Siri, he's got a terrible disease. It sucks.
Mm-hmm.
What else we got? Let's see. Yeah, Ricky Burke shorter than you. Nick doesn't have, well, yeah, fucking Dave had all sorts of goddamn physical problems, although he's gotten around a lot of them. But there's nothing wrong with Verse. Verse has nothing wrong with him. Other than he plays video games. There's nothing wrong. Hey, you want to see how I fucked over Verse and DayZ?
Yes.
I'm such a pussy.
Okay,
Picklington
yeah.
was there. I'm such a pussy.
Yeah, I remember you showing this to me, but it's still, it gives you okay.
I feel, I was gonna help him. So let's see. I get this over here. Yeah, I was definitely gonna help him. Jeannie has back problems. Just because she has ginormous tits. All right, so
That's my disability right there.
here's me and yeah, there you go. So it's me and Verse. Verse is in the other house. A hoodie. I do remember being a little nervous in this area.
Screw you, Lynn.
Yeah, see, you can see I'm checking my shit. So there's a part still around. I haven't had any.
Hey!
You
Oh,
shot?
shit, that
Where are
wasn't
you?
you.
No, it wasn't me. And then I get here, and then you can hear the shot right here. So my plan was this: go in and come out the other side. Maybe I can surprise because I'm assuming this is happening here. Around. But then pussy out. I haven't had any.
Hey!
I
Oh,
shot.
shit.
I had half decent gear for the first time in my life, and somebody gave it to me, so I couldn't even fucking. I felt disrespectful. All right.
You.
No, it wasn't me. Right here.
Like one house.
Where did that shot come from? I'd love to know.
Ahead.
Okay.
Oh.
And then it was like, gotcha.
Where'd he come from? Yeah, keep going straight. Keep going.
I'm
forward.
looking for him. I'm looking for
It's
him.
the one
I don't
out
want
of
to
the
go
window.
out. If I go out, I was gonna get sprayed just like Verst.
Fuck.
You're like,
think about the armband.
Shit. Are you dead?
Oh, I'm dead. Yeah. He had a full auto. Whatever the fuck that was.
So then I pussied out and I stayed here the whole time, waiting to camp him. It never happened. I heard him twice, and I think he ran away, or maybe he was camping behind the door. I don't know. But I wasn't going out there because I didn't know how many guys that were. Because that one shot is an automatic. The other one sounds like a rifle. Then I hunkered down. That's what you'd really do. You'd hunker down.
Oh, you know what? I've got an idea for the drinking stream too as well.
Yeah.
There's that game that game that my boyfriend wants us to
I got to
play.
check into that. I didn't even look. I know he sent something, but I haven't gone over it yet. In fairness.
Because it's like a horror type. It's like Phasmophobia or Lethal Company, I think is what it is like, something like that.
It's
one
like
of those two.
Phasmophobia. I saw freaking what's his name playing that today.
It's like that or Lethal Company. It's the who is it?
Maybe
Papa
I do
Meat
that.
was playing it the other day. So
Papa Gut or Papa Meat?
Papa Meat, curly hair guy, not Papa Gut, bald guy.
Okay. Follow me on Kick if you want. Let's say a bald guy. I don't know. I think I'm done.
Not the bald guy.
Yeah, I think it's season, and yeah, I think we covered. I think we got a lot in. We did 2 hours.
Yeah.
What else I was wanting to do? And then what up? Clown never came since then. I think I'm calling it a night, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you for all your continued support. I appreciate it. Me and Jeannie will work on this idea for possibly Sunday next week. Assuming the Mines game isn't next week. I bought tickets for Tommy for Mines. So we're going to go see them. And yeah, that's it. GG, everybody. Have a great night. Thanks for the support. And I hope I see you soon. We'll be back next week. I'm going to take a couple days off. Oh, and my final thing to say is, yeah, we're pretty much, for the rest of the duration of streaming this channel, it's pretty much announcement only. And we'll give you clips as much as we can. So, see you soon. Bye.